back to Torchwood Tutorials. Today's tutorial involves a little bit of graphic content, so this is your warning before you see it. I look really scary. So today's tutorial comes from the 4th episode of Torchwood, Cyberwoman. Instead of doing Cyberwoman's makeup, I decided to do a special effects tutorial because she doesn't wear a lot of makeup and a lot of her makeup and special effects is all costuming. And because this is a makeup oriented channel, I decided to do this look. This is the Pizza Girl's makeup. We see her at the end of the episode when Cyberwoman, aka Lisa Hartel, takes over her body and implants her brain into Annie. With that said, let's get into the special effects makeup tutorial. All you're going to need is liquid latex and either cotton pads or cotton balls. You're going to need to rip up the cotton into tiny strands. So pour your liquid latex into a bowl, and whatever paintbrush you decide to use, make sure that it is a paintbrush and it's something that you're okay with ruining. Paint lines of liquid latex onto your forehead in where the giant gash would be. On top of this, you want to apply your little strands of cotton and you want to put extra liquid latex on top, essentially dampening all of the cotton and to make sure that it sticks to your forehead perfectly. You want to do this in 2 lines, making it look like there is a ridge where the gash is in the middle. Apply this liquid latex and the cotton all the way across your forehead and going into the sides of your face as well. The farther you go along the sides of your head, the more realistic it will look. Before we can do anything else, you want to make sure that this dries, so go take a break, go eat your soup, or just blow dry it with a hairdryer until it is completely dry. I'm going to start this by applying smudged eyeshadow. For this, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Tattoo from the Leather Collection, 100 Dramatic Black. I'm going to use my fingers to blend this in and around my eyes, but smudging it out to make it look like she's been crying. Whatever is left over my finger, I'm going to blend in around my face, just basically making my face look super dirty. And now it's on to powder. For this, I'm going to be using the brown and the red shade from the Forever 21 Ultimate Matte Blush Palette. You can use whatever brown or red shadow that you want. I'm just using blush because I have it and it's super accessible. Just make sure that it is matte. To apply this, I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. Once the liquid latex has dried, you want to blend some concealer and some foundation on top of it to make it look as realistic as possible. I'm going to be applying the Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer in medium with the Real Techniques pointed foundation brush. Blend really lightly because if your latex is still a little bit wet underneath, it will move. Over top, I'm going in with the foundation. This is the Covergirl Clean Oil Control foundation in 510 Classic Ivory. Using the same brush, just apply this to the lighter points of this giant scar. To make our scar look very realistic, we're going to go back into the matte brown and the red from the Forever 21 Ultimate Matte Blush Palette. Again, we're going to be taking a Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush to apply this in and around our scar. To deepen up the inside of the scar, we're going to be taking our Maybelline Color Tattoo in Dramatic Black along with the Real Techniques Brow Brush. Apply this in the middle of the gash as well as draw little X's on it to almost look like stitches. And now it's on to the fake blood. I didn't have any special effects fake blood on hand, so I made my own edible substitute. It's made out of 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 5 drops of red food coloring, and 1 drop of green food coloring. To apply this, I'm going to be using paint brushes. You want to apply this in the gash, around the gash, dripping down your face, on your neck, as well as a nosebleed, but hold off on the nosebleed until we get to the next step. Last thing before the nosebleed is to apply lip product. I'm applying the Nivea Lip Butter in Vanilla Macadamia with my fingers to my lips. And now the nosebleed. You want to make it look realistic, but not too thick, so just have it dripping down the side of your face and then a little bit onto your lip as well. After a while, the ketchup and the soy sauce will start to dry and it will feel like real blood. And that is the finished makeup look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again with another tutorial from Torchwood.